Okay, guys, so if you're watching this, you'll probably realise that I haven't quite got the investment from Dragon's Den. I'm filming this before the episode comes out, and I just want to give you my real and raw experience of going into the den. Yeah, I can't even lie to you, it's such a weird mixture of emotions because obviously I'm so proud of myself for, actually going onto that program. Like, I've watched it, I've been an avid watcher of Dragon's Den, so I know that it is tough. And I don't know how many of you guys kind of watch the other episodes, but they can be brutal in their feedback, and especially when it's kind of something that you've done all on your own and you've built everything yourself, it can be really kind of emotionally, like, I guess the word to put it, it's just kind of disheartening. Like, like I wanted them to love it like I love it. And the saddest thing about the whole thing for me was that I just felt like I let everybody down. I just felt like I had so much love and so much support. And I just, yeah, like, you guys have been so supportive of me and my journey and just following me um through everything, and the kind words, the loves, like every single comment, like I see them, I look for them, I love them. And so to kind of not get the investment and kind of walk away just feeling like, are people still gonna believe in my brand? Are they still gonna believe in my business? Are they still gonna believe in me? Are they still gonna believe that I know what I'm doing? So it was tough. And it kind of, like, even the support, just when I posted about that I was gonna be in Dragon's Den, you know, so many people that I know have messaged me, people I haven't even spoken to in years, just being like, I am so proud of you. I see what you're doing. You work so hard, your work ethic, you're inspirational. And, I'm not gonna lie, in that moment when I was standing in the den, like, I didn't feel like I was, it was tough. And, I always said I was never gonna be one of those people who cry on camera, because it's like, how are you gonna film yourself crying? Like, bitch. Anyway, wait. Let me get myself together. I've got wine here. Let me get myself together. Ooh. Oh, necessary. I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm just genuinely overwhelmed by the love. And yeah, I know you guys still back me regardless of whatever happened in the den. What you guys see on TV is like a condensed version of the time I spent with the dragons. So for me, it's like there's so much, and I just don't know how it's going to be edited or how it's going to look to you guys. I'm just very grateful that it's being shown on TV. I didn't go into this necessarily for money. Of course, I'd love the money and I'd love the guidance of a dragon. That's kind of stuff that you can't really ever pay for. But it was 100% worth doing for the fact that if even just like one opportunity comes from this, then I'm just grateful. I have so much respect for the dragons. So for them to not see, not all of them, I obviously, remember, I'm a business owner, so I always focus on the negative, the criticism. There were some nice things that were said, but it's very hard to take when this is something that you've poured absolutely all of your energy into. I know I'd mentioned in Dragon's Den, I don't know if they're going to show it, but I know I told them that I'd actually recently left my job or was about to leave. And they were like, oh my God, why are you leaving your job? You're not earning enough money to do so. Like, but I wasn't leaving my job because of Dragon's Den. I'd only started that job not too long ago. I left the job because I was just getting a bit overwhelmed, like, working a full-time job, also trying to run Telmoir. And I was like, you know what, I've never really dedicated I always felt like there's so much that I want to do with Telmoir that I didn't have the time or the energy to dedicate into the business. So I made the decision regardless that I was going to hand in my notice and just spend some time focusing on some of the things that I wanted to achieve for Telmoir, which was like getting a new product range. I designed a whole new website in that time, designed like brochures, catalogs, all of these things just to try and drum up business just a little bit more. But I had made that plan prior to Dragon's Den. But yeah, so it yeah, okay, it's a side hustle that I was trying to turn into a full hustle, I guess. So there is maybe some agreement in that sense. But to me, it's always been a business. Like, some of the exposure that we've got, yeah, we've had some amazing features in some amazing publications, but I've worked really, really hard, and hopefully you can see everything I've poured into Telmar across everything that I've done. I think I was just so scared about how I would be perceived and how Telmar would be perceived. It's to have your business kind of torn apart live. And well, not it's obviously not live, it's filmed earlier, but to have it torn apart in front of the dragons on TV, every nook, every crevice, Tuka saying that he didn't like the packaging. And I think that was kind of, everyone is entitled to their opinion. I respect it. It's just extra disheartening when you're the one who designed and made the whole packaging. And, when you spend so much time and effort doing something, you think it's like the greatest thing in the world. You think it's so well designed, and you think that you thought about every single option for it, to then kind of be like, yeah, I don't like it. It doesn't look great. It looks like knockoff Chanel. It's sad. Like, it's sad because I know how much time and energy I poured into it. I know that, it took me like hours to sit there and try and design it. It took me several conversations and tries to get the packaging right, to get the sizing right, to have it like, see, like a gift box. I literally have like so many of those, and it's just sad because I guess also I hadn't really sold many of them, I think, as well, when I'd filmed. So in my mind, I came back and just was like kind of second guessing everything I'm doing, like, oh my god, is this the right thing? And I don't like to doubt myself, because also if I doubted myself at every step, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I have to have faith in the fact that I am someone who is smart, I guess. I pick things up quickly. When I realize something isn't working, I find the best way to pivot. Like, I am that person, but it's so hard to sometimes believe that part in yourself. Like, I don't know, it's a lot. And the whole process was just so much, but the support of like everybody has just been more than I could have ever asked for. You'll probably notice that some of the things that they've said, I've taken it on board, some with the gel kits and the different kind of gift sets, etc. So I've really tried to take some of the constructive feedback and action it where I can. Obviously, financially, I can only do the most that I can with what I have, because your girl didn't get investment. It was probably around this time last year that I received an email asking if I've ever thought about applying for Dragon's Den. Obviously, you get an email like that, you're going to apply. So I did. So obviously went through the process, but, there's just so much backstory that obviously certain things I can't go into complete detail about. But just know that, I probably sent over about 300 files of information about me, the brand, everything. Because, it's kind of like it's law, it's TV. You forget that like I can't say anything on there that's not factually true about my business and my company. So I have to obtain all of these documents in order to be able to say these things on TV. Like, I can't say that I have a degree if I don't show them my degree certificate. So it's just crazy. And then obviously the numbers and things like that. So I'm so thankful. My friend Danielle from school, she's my friend first, but she's also Telmar's like accountant basically, and she got me together, because I kid you not, like, I had files requested from me like maybe 2 days before we film. Like, she was there for me at a time where I feel like she had a lot going on as well. So the whole kind of getting to set like at 7 8 a.m, getting ready, it was just everything, and getting all the documents, all the paperwork, everything was so last minute, having to get this from here, driving 4 or 5 hours to film, picking up the girls on the way. Like, it was just, everything was go. So I'm just so thankful that I was able to achieve everything in terms of getting everything done and getting there and actually being able to be on TV. Like, it has been the most draining and chaotic year of my life. There's just so much. Like, I had like a very minor surgery. I spoke about it on my Instagram and my stories for a bit, so some of my followers know, but a very minor surgery, but it was just quite painful and uncomfortable. So that happened maybe like 3 or 4 weeks before filming. So after I filmed, I was like broken. Like, I don't think anyone understands. Like, I was actually ready to quit. I was like crying my eyes out. Like, I cried off the set as well. Like, hopefully they don't show this part. They said they weren't going to show it, but I will tell you what happened. But Basically, you know, when you go into the film, into the lift, and obviously they film you like going down in the lift. After this, like seeing the dragons, I got into the lift and I just breathed in like this. I went, and I breathed out, and I just started crying. Like, it was a mixture of just kind of sheer tiredness. You know, we had been up taking it in turns to get our nails done until like 5 or 6 in the morning. It was, yeah, I just did not really sleep. There's just so many people who got me together before this, because I was a bit of an emotional wreck for a lot of it. But so Danielle obviously did our accounts and did everything like last minute off the cuff. Like, it was crazy. And then my friend Andrew, listen, shout out Andrew, because when I couldn't decide who to have for models, trying to organize who, like what they should even wear, he was sending me WhatsApps. He was like, WhatsApp. Like, all I needed to do was just buy what he sent me. Okay. So I'm just so thankful to have friends like this, because it's crazy that I can't imagine the people who've done Dragon's Den without that kind of level of support. I don't know how they would have done it, because I had to lean on people, and I'm really like a hyper independent person. I love doing everything myself. It's a problem and I'm trying to fix it, but it was just amazing to have so much support and so much love. And yeah, you know, shout out Naya, who did my hair. You know, I had it all slicked up and she did it. And obviously the ponytail was ponytailing. My cousin Chanel, like, they got me looking the fuck good. Okay, like, I was looking amazing, so I felt really good when I was on filming and set. So I'm so thankful to them. Obviously getting our nails done at the hotel late at night, like, poor Aisha, she did our nails, and I think it was like there were road closures, so she got to us super late. And then by the time we're taking it in turns to do our nails, like, we were literally, she went from, I want to say it was maybe like 11 till like 5, 6 in the morning is when she left. Like, it was crazy, but you know what, our nails looked absolutely amazing. So I'm just so thankful that she was able to come and do that for us, because we weren't able to actually do it on set, which again, it's just like a whole bunch of different backstory things that made the whole process a lot more like, yeah, difficult. But, and obviously you guys know me, you know that Telmoir has never just been a side hustle for me. It's been something that I've been trying to make my full-time job for the past 3 years since I started. But yeah, I am just so thankful for everyone who got me together. And, you know, a massive and special shout out to Grace and Sherelle, who were on set with me, my absolutely stunning models. So you'll probably recognize maybe Sherelle, maybe even her hand. Her hand is the one that features like all over my website pretty much. She is amazing. But yeah, these girls got me together. And then also my friend Grace, who I've known since I worked with her. They're just both such stunning girls. But when I got back to the changing room and I was crying my eyes out after everything had happened, they got me together. Like, they were the soldiers that I needed. Like, they were like, Natal, look, you need to go back out there, wipe your tears. Like, you're going to come out of this stronger. And, you know, sometimes you just need that in your ear to just remind you, like, who the fuck you are. The family support I had after filming, you know, like my cousins, my friends, my mom, my brothers, you know, they were all just kind of being like, we are so proud of you. And, you know, I mean, they have always been praising me regardless of whether it's business, whether it's, you know, just anything that I seem to take my hand to. So I'm always just so thankful that I have them. And I'm reminded of how much of an amazing family support system I have. Like, I don't know where I would be without them and without you guys, because just reading those messages, seeing all the DMs and comments, like, it has been such a process. And, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, those few months after filming were probably some of the most difficult parts of my life. And when I went and spent a weekend up north, straight from that, so I stayed with my best friend and his wife, they were just comforting me, you know, like, I won't forget waking up the next morning and just crying. Like, I think I was dreaming about what happened and I woke up crying. And that's not something, like, I don't think I've ever kind of felt. And bearing in mind, I also had no voice left. So when I woke up, it was just like trying to really just get my emotions out. And, you know, I didn't want to cry and stuff like that. And that week when I came back, like my cousin actually ended up taking me to a festival, maybe like a week after I filmed. My voice was still kind of half gone, but I decided at that festival that I was just gonna let go and just enjoy. And I had the time of my life, and it was pouring down with rain. I had my hood up, my makeup was smudged, my hair was frizzy, everything, but I just lived that weekend and I just kind of danced the pain away. The support of like everybody has just been more than I could have ever asked for. And, you know, opportunities don't come around like this every day, especially for people who look like me. So to be kind of knowing that this is going to air and you're all going to see it, and to know that there's going to be support for me and the brand regardless of the outcome is, yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot to take in. I just hope that this kind of is maybe the pivot that gets me, you know, I guess what I'm looking for in life. But yeah, I know I keep saying it, but I'm just so grateful for everyone who supported and helped out in the process leading up to it, because yeah, you know, I had people helping me practice my pitch with them, just everything. Just, you know, my mum constantly is like kind of labeling bottles. Even right now, she's just labeled a whole bunch of envelopes for me, a whole bunch of bottles for me, just in case we kind of get a rush of orders and I'm not prepared. Like, there's just so many people who've been an instrumental part of this, and I just hope and pray that everything I went through wasn't for nothing. And, you know, I hope I look back and watch this video and be like, girl, why was you crying? Like, this was the best thing you could have ever done for Telma. Like, so I truly hope that that's what happens in the future. But yeah, I just want to say, like, I am just so thankful and grateful for all of you. You know, and I'm just thankful that my episode got aired. There's a lot of people that I know who've kind of been through a similar process and didn't get to have their part aired. So in that regard, I just know that I am very, very blessed that this opportunity can come around. I have worked so hard. I have sacrificed so much for Telma. Like, you know, just I've constantly felt like a bad friend, a bad like family member, just because I'm constantly busy. Like, I'm constantly doing something. This is like constantly my life, you know. I'm constantly running to the post office, you know, dropping things here to be delivered, getting labels done, getting things printed. Like, my attention is always kind of diverted a little bit. So I have sacrificed so much. So, you know, regardless of the outcome, I know that I have worked so very, very hard, and, you know, I deserve all of the good things that will hopefully come from this, because this is not easy, guys. And I know that you only see what's on Instagram. You know, sometimes I try and be as real as I can and open as I can about all of the struggles and, you know, the process, but it's tough. Like, and, you know, I think a lot of people think that just because you've got like, you know, loads of followers, that you're making lots of sales. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, there are months where I've made so little sales that I've had to contemplate, like, is this even worth doing? And we all know cost of living, everything's going up in price. Like, I picked the perfect time to leave my job. Not really, but I just knew that I needed that break. I am back working again and have been. So yeah, but I guess all this to say is just, you know, just because you've seen me on Dragon's Den, it does not mean I'm rolling in it. So, you know, still buy Telma and still support where you can. But yeah, honestly, I really could not have done it without you guys, and, you know, so many people who have just been there for me, and I'm just thankful. I am so thankful, and I'm so grateful. And, you know, it's fine that the Dragons didn't invest in it. Like, it really is what it is, and, you know, they made the right decision for them, but Telma is the right decision for me. But yeah, just know that I am so thankful for every single one of you who have, you know, believed in me, who have, you know, purchased from me, and have just been a support for me, because, look, life is already tough right now. You know, it's hard to it's hard to even think about spending money outside of the basic necessities. So, you know, anyone who's kind of just spent with me, you know, they last like £20, you know, it's just, I think about this sometimes and I'm just like, damn, like these people are really spending their money with you. Like they really believe you, they really support you. And that in itself is worth more than any dragon can put in my pocket, you know. I'd much rather have you guys' love and support than to have 40k, although I still would like the 40k, let me not lie, but I would still price that. And you know, your love and support has been priceless. Like I have made so many friends out of you guys. Like it's just, you know, I literally see you as friends. Like the conversations that go down in the DMs will have me laughing, will have me crying. Like, you know, people must think I'm like so antisocial sometimes because I'm just sitting there replying to people because, you know, you guys are just so cool. Like I just met so many amazing people, and you know, I've achieved so much beyond just Dragon's Den. You know, obviously I qualified as a mortgage advisor, I've just finished my nail tech course, like, and I think that even just showed me, because obviously I needed models to practice on for this. So, you know, I have the benefit of having Telma, and, you know, I just put out a message just being like, you know, if anyone wants to come down and help me. Listen, I had models every single week for my nail exams. Like, and it wasn't even that I called them models. Like, they were just such lovely people. They were all so nice, and just, I was so thankful that they came down to help me, because like, you guys have no reason to really have to support me like the way that you do. So for me, it's just, yeah, it's overwhelming. Like the love and support has been overwhelming. And, you know, even as I just kind of read through all the comments on Instagram, all the people who've like just liked and shared and just said such nice things about me, because it's just, this whole thing has been hard. And, you know, when people say that business is difficult, like, believe them, it is tough. It consumes every part of you, and you still might not get the money that you need to make it work, kind of thing. So, but yeah, I am forever thankful for the experience, and I don't know what this is going to bring. You know, I respect the input from the dragons. I think we have to respectfully agree to disagree. I am going to continue Telma at all costs, and, you know, I will make it successful. And I think them saying no has probably just pushed me even more to try and make this something so I can prove them wrong. So yeah, just keep supporting me the way you have been, and I hope that you can help me to make them wrong. I hope you can help me to help prove them wrong at the end of the day, because I believe it, I see it, and I know that there are loads of improvements that I want to make, that I need to make, that I can't until I've got kind of the financial income or the backing to do it. But I'll get there. I absolutely will get there. But I just want to say the biggest thank you to all of you for supporting me, you know, my friends, my family, you know, everyone on Instagram, the TikTok, because I would not be here without you guys. Like, I absolutely would not. And yeah, the love has been mind-blowing. Like, this whole experience has been mind-blowing. And, you know, just a massive shout out to the businesses that I know filmed who didn't quite make it on TV. You guys deserve all the love and the praise too, because listen, as a small business, we know it is tough. And yeah, just want to say thanks, guys. So I'm gonna just need someone to deposit, I don't know, like 100 grand in my account now. Like, can you do that? Someone run me some money, please. Thank you.